Stop right the fuck now if you know what's good for you. I caught you. The universe caught you. Put your hands up. You've been caught red-handed. You saw this video. This is a very clear message for you. You have attracted this message into your experience because you are ready for a change. Subconsciously, your body knows that you are ready for a change. You're not happy. We know you're not happy, and we're gonna get into how to fix it. Have your notepads ready because I'm going to solve your problems for you with one simple truth. And anytime you're going through a downward spiral, anytime where you're not happy in life, you're starting to get back into your old habits, you can just refer to the one truth that I'm going to give you in this video, and it will solve all of it. I'm not selling you something. This is just the truth, and this is how the world works. And when you understand this simple fact, it's going to make a lot of things in your life easier. So the first thing I want to start out with is just give up. Give up right now. Stop what you're doing. Give the fuck up right now. I'm serious. Whatever it is that you've been pining away for, or whatever it is that you've been desperate for, I want you to give it up and let it go right now. The things that you want in life want you. We're going to refer to that again at the end of the video, but I just want to make that clear from the jump. The things that you want in life want you. What do I mean by this? Have you ever heard the phrase, when you love something, let it go, and if it comes back to you, then it's yours? That is going to be the main theme of this video today. When you love something, let it go, and if it comes back to you, it's yours. Let's just sit with that for a second. Let's ingest that. Let's marinate on that. Let's become that. Practicing non-attachment for the things that you want in life allows them to show up for you in the way that they're meant to. When you are practicing non-attachment, you are truly present, you're in the moment, you're engaging with your life in a healthy way. When you're acting out of desperation or need for something, you energetically push it away. When you really, really want something to happen in your life, essentially, you're energetically strangling it. You're basically saying, I need this thing to show up in this way or I'm not gonna be happy. And you're getting in your own way. To be plain and simple, you're getting in your own fucking way. Let me ask you something. Does the sun ask for your permission to rise and set each day? Do flowers ask for our permission to bloom? Does the moon ask for our permission to control the tides? No, it doesn't. These things are going to happen regardless of what you do. The earth is in balance. It is processing naturally with or without our participation. It has existed long before us, and it will exist long after us as well. So what does that mean for you in your day-to-day life? It just means what's meant for you is what's meant for you, and you can't fuck it up. The simple fact that these processes exist and have existed long before you is evidence that there is a clear universal order that is much greater than you. It is much greater than you, and it exists, and it's out there with or without your participation. This didn't just happen by coincidence. There's order to it. If you literally look at a plant, there's order to it. If you look at an organism, if you look at a genetic code, it is a product of a perfect and natural order. You might think that you need that guy to be happy, that is your one true love, or you need that position, that job position to be happy, that's the only one that's meant for you. You might think that you know better. The truth is you just don't. I have just illustrated to you how there is a universal order that exists outside of you. It is much greater than you, and it is beyond your comprehension. You thinking that you have cracked the code to your life and you know exactly what you need to be happy, you're wrong, because you didn't even ask to be born. Okay? So you don't know what you're talking about, and you need to sit the fuck down and let the universe do its job. These processes exist outside of you. This world is much greater than you. You don't know everything, and you have been proven wrong so many times in your life. So why all of a sudden do you think this one thing is what's meant for you? You don't know that. And so you can just be comfortable in the fact that you don't know that. That immediately should give you so much ease and relaxation. Just understanding that you don't know what you don't know. All you know is what's in the present moment. A meteor can hit your house tomorrow. Like, you can wake up tomorrow and just be in a coma. I don't know. You really just never know what's going to happen, okay? Why are you so certain about what outcome will make you happy when you don't even know what tomorrow will bring or what your life will look like an hour from now? You could probably make an educated guess, but a lot of the times you're going to be wrong. No one knows the future. So when it comes to your day-to-day life and the things that you are energetically strangling, you're like, oh, I need it so bad. I need this person so bad, or I need this thing so bad. You just don't. You just don't. You need to be engaging in the present moment. That is all you need to do. I'm not saying don't want things. I'm not saying don't have hopes for the future, but just be open to what that will look like. You need to engage with your life. The difference is you're engaging out of love for what you're doing and where you're at, rather than desperation and fear. And because we have free will, when you are engaging in the present moment out of love and presence rather than desperation and fear, you have opened that door to that universal order, which I have explained to you, to come in and take on the rest. But it can't come in when you're in the way. It can't come in when you're saying, this is the person that's gonna make me happy, I know it, there's nothing else. It can't come in when you're saying, this is the only job that's gonna work for me, I can't do anything else. It can't come in when you have such a grasp on what you want your life to be that you're not allowing room for anything more. Then it can't come in. You're in your own way. You're delaying the inevitable. A flower is going to bloom with or without you bothering the fuck out of it. But if you're hovering over it with your hot ass breath every single day, maybe it won't bloom right away. Maybe it's gonna take a little bit longer because you're in the fucking way. Move over. Let's call that perfect universal order that I talked about earlier in the video, let's just call that flow. When you're out of alignment with the flow, you are fearful, you are anxious, you're ugly, no one wants to be around you, and you're pushing all of the things that are meant for you away. You are delaying them. You are delaying your blessings because you're like, I know what's up. You don't know shit, okay? Sit the fuck down and do what you're supposed to do in the present moment. Don't worry about the rest. Have your hopes, have your aspirations, have your dreams for the future, but please do not become attached to an outcome, because that is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. And let's just reel it back into history. Anything that you have chased out of fear and desperation has run away from you. You can probably name a couple things or people, can't you? All of those things that you needed, that you were desperate for, have inevitably run away from you. You are clinging to social conventions, outcomes, positions of prestige, emblems of prestige, relationships, all of these things that you think you need out of fear and desperation, and you know how it feels in your body when you need something out of fear and desperation versus when you're just enjoying something out of love. You could tell the difference. All of those things that you have approached from fear and desperation have run away from you. And when you're doing that, you are out of alignment with the universal flow. You are out of alignment with the force that makes the sun rise and set each day, that makes the flowers bloom, that just keeps our world spinning on its motherfucking axis. You're out of alignment with it. You're trying to spin the other way. So now I'm gonna tell you a story of what this looks like. There's an old Taoist story about a butcher named Ting. Please just bear with me, I understand. In this particular point in history, butchering was thought of as an art, and really rich people would be impressed if you had amazing butchering skills. Ting was a butcher, and he was butchering oxen, and he was just doing it really fucking well, okay? Everyone was loving him. He was eating it up every time, and he caught the attention of a lot of prestigious people at this point in history. One of the people he caught the attention of was this guy named Lord Wenwei, and Lord Wenwei was like, damn, Ting, like, you're really eating it up. Like, your skills are so good. Like, you're so good at butchering these oxen. Like, wow, like, I'm so impressed with you. Ting responded with saying, what I care about is not the skill. It's the way. The way. What I care about is not skill, it's the way. And so what did he mean by that? This is basically a testament to Ting was in flow state when he was butchering oxen. He wasn't butchering oxen out of need or desperation or trying to be perfect at it. He was doing it because he was engaged with his subject matter. He was in a flow state. And because of that flow state, he did it perfectly every time. He did it so perfectly, in fact, that at this point in history, it was said that a mediocre cook replaces his knife every month because, you know, it dulls that quick. A good cook replaces his knife every year because it dulls, you know what I mean? Ting replaced his knife once in 19 years. That's how good he was. He replaced his knife once in 19 years. That's how good he was. This is a testament to when you are in the flow state, when you are in alignment with that universal order that I was talking to you about. Things are just going to be fucking easier for you. The path will illuminate for you. What you're meant to do will become clear. Where you're meant to go will become clear. That's why people say to meditate. and practice stillness. Because in stillness, you can receive clarity. But your ego mind, your fearful mind that's thrashing around for control, it steers you off your path. It steers you away from that universal order that is beckoning to you all the time. It's there for you. The universe only has 3 answers for you when you ask a question. It's yes, not now, or I have something better. Those are the 3 answers. There is no. That does not exist. There is not a world that exists where you're not gonna get, or you're not meant to get what your heart is calling out for. But you fuck up when you attach what your heart is calling out for to a particular outcome, circumstance, person, or situation. You want love, right? Don't think that it's this guy that's not texting you back or nothing. Just understand that because you want love, it's there for you. It's yes, not now, or I have something better. That's it. That's it. So when you think that it has to be this person or you're not going to have what you need, you're wrong. You're wrong. The universe knows better than you. Every time it knows better than you. Did you do this? Did you make the world? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're a person. You're actually a very feeble and weak person. We all are. So stop thinking that you know better than this grand force that has created everything around us. You just don't. You just don't. When you run towards what you see in the here and now and try to control, try to get things out of these lower emotions like jealousy or desperation or fear or hate, when you're operating from that paradigm, I'm sorry, you can't hear the call. You're not picking up the phone. You've lost it. And so no one can help you. And then you end up going through a downward spiral, and then you hit rock bottom, and then you click this video. And we're gonna repeat the process every single time. When will you learn to just let go? When will you learn that all you're meant to do is show up in your life with love? That's it. Love for where you're at. Love for the present moment. I am not saying give up and just don't do anything and sit on your ass and life's gonna happen for you. Ting the cook, he was still butchering every day. He didn't give up butchering. He liked to butcher, so he was doing that every day. He's not just gonna sit on his ass and expect to be a perfect butcher all of a sudden. He was doing what he loved, and because he was doing what he loved and his focus was what he loved, not the outcome, not being perfect for Lord Wenwi, he was focused on what he loved, it ended up being in perfect harmony. If I am approaching my career from a place of I need to have this career because I need to have prestige, because I need to make a certain income, because that's what I need to do to be happy, then it's probably not going to work out. Either I'll have a psychotic break, I'll end up in a career that I don't like, or I'll get fired, or I will just not perform as well, whatever. But if I'm approaching my career from I'm doing what I love, or I'm doing something that I know will have a beautiful impact on the world, or you're approaching something from a higher call, from a higher emotion, rather than desperation and fear, then you will end up in the position that you were meant to end up in all along. You will end up where you're meant to go. So when you're off track and you're feeling those negative emotions build up again, and you're starting to feel desperate and you're starting to want to control things, the best advice I have for you is to just give up. Give up and surrender. In that moment of surrender, in that moment of giving up, and saying, you know what, universe, I know you know what I want already. I know that. You know everything. I already know that you know that. And so maybe I'm not seeing things clearly. I'm just gonna let you work and I'll deal with what's in front of me, but I'm not gonna get in your way anymore. You know better than me. When you're approaching the world from that position of openness and curiosity, you have literally set yourself up for so much success and happiness. First of all, it's a relief, right? To not feel like you have to control your entire life and make things happen in such a specific and perfect way. And second of all, because you've engaged with the universe, and now you will allow that universal order, which is perfect and exists outside of you, to take control. And it's easy and it's great and it's nice. And all you have to do is just enjoy where you're at. That's it. Enjoy where you're at and participate in the things that feel good to you. I'm not saying be a loser failure. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying don't approach things like you know everything. You don't. So I'm sorry if this message was a little scattered. I wrote a script, but I ended up not using any of it. I just want you guys to be really clear about this. Don't get in your own way. Don't fuck yourself, okay? It's really simple. Every time you've tried to control something, every time you've acted out of fear, your life got worse. It's never gotten better. You've never anxiously worked your way into a better position. That's never worked. You've anxiously worked your way into rock bottom every time. You've never anxiously and fearfully come up upon a miracle. Miracles come to you in stillness. They come to you when you're present. They come to you when you're feeling love for where you are in the present moment. And if you're sensing yourself go down that downward spiral of fear and control, the best advice I have to you is to give up. Meditate, pause, be still, focus on being happy, focus on feeling love again for where you're at, and then the solutions will come, and then the path will be illuminated. Do not focus on the outcome when you're in those modes. Focus on restoring yourself to a better feeling. And when you're in that better feeling of presence, then the path will open up. It'll be so fucking obvious why that wasn't working and why there's something better for you around the corner. Every time. It has never failed. It is a universal truth. Look at Cook Ting. Cook Ting told us centuries ago, and we didn't listen. And now we're butchering oxen and we're replacing our knives every week because we suck. Just do what he did. All right, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, if you don't work out, please just get the fuck away from me. I've already explained this to you guys so many times, but if you're not working out, if you're not improving upon what the universe has given you, why would it give you anything more? Improve upon your physical body and the blessing that is your health. Engage with your life, be present, don't try to control. Have goals, have aspirations, but don't get in your own way, and don't attach them to outcomes because you don't know as much as they know. And just keep on thriving, you guys, and subscribe to my channel. And if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.